We, the jury, find as follows. Answer: guilty is written.
I hope you see my son's face every single day when you breathe out.
First up, we head to Oshkosh, Wisconsin for the verdict in a jury trial. 20-year-old Grant Furman has been charged with first-degree attempted homicide. Over 3 years earlier, Furman was a 16-year-old student at Oshkosh West High School when he entered the office of resource officer Michael Wissink. When Wissink, a retired police officer, turned his back on the boy, Furman began stabbing him in the head with a metal barbecue fork. A struggle ensued, and Wissink fired off 3 shots from his 9mm, hitting himself once in the arm and Furman once in the chest. When the teen tried to flee, Wissink pulled him back into the office. Police soon arrived and students were evacuated from the building. Aside from the gunshot wound, Wissink suffered several cuts to the back of his head and hand, and after undergoing surgery, he continues to recover. Furman's injury was not life-threatening, and he's made a full recovery. He was charged as an adult, and if found guilty, Furman could be sentenced to 60 years in prison. He pled not guilty, his attorneys arguing that he wasn't trying to kill Michael, but rather attempting to commit suicide by cop because he was depressed over a recent breakup. Furman did not take the stand at his trial, which lasted almost 2 weeks. When both sides came to rest, the jury deliberated for 4 hours before reaching a verdict.
Count 1, as to the charge against defendant Grant A. Furman of attempted first-degree intentional homicide, we, the jury, find as follows. Answer: guilty is written.
The guilty verdict becomes too much for the defendant's mother, Tina Kintoff.
I hope you see my son's face every single day when you breathe out.
Kintoff removes herself from the court. When she returned later, she shouted and lunged at a prosecutor before being restrained by a deputy. Prosecutors later filed a motion claiming she threatened them and requesting she not be allowed to appear at sentencing. But Kintoff appeared at that hearing to beg Judge Daniel Bissett to deny the motion.
Your Honor, that was very uncharacteristic of me, and I'm sorry. I certainly did not try to attack the prosecutor. I'm not a violent person. I was just an emotional, devastated mess. And I feel that my actions that day could have been avoided. I can't take back what happened, but I ask the court to show some mercy on a devastated mother who heard the worst news of her life. Thank you.
The judge denied the prosecutor's motion and allowed Kintoff to attend her son's sentencing with a stipulation that she sit in the back row. At sentencing 3 months later, with Kintoff at the back of the room, Furman offered his own apology.
I'm not a bad person, and I'm not a killer. I'd like to say sorry to all the students and staff that worked at school that day. But please know that from the bottom of my heart, I truly am sorry.
Seeming to believe that Furman was remorseful, Judge Bissett sentenced the defendant to 17 years in prison, plus 10 years of extended supervision. He's not eligible for parole, and after 17 years, Furman would be 37 years old. Thanks for being a fan of CourtCam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.